So in a lot of... why can't I talk? I swear I've had my coffee. What is going on? I'm pushing buttons I don't need to push. I can't talk and I can't work the camera. I'm sorry. This video is over. I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. I was going to make a video about the old finger update. My little old pinky. It's still a little tender. I can bend it. I can get it pretty close. And I've been flexing on it. I've not started the rehab yet. I did get the hardware out. And I'm going to include that at the end of this video where they unscrewing the metal parts and stuff and me being totally inappropriate in the doctor's office. Yeah, you can fast forward to the timestamp there if you want to see that. But first I wanted to talk about, sorry, I'm distracted by the birds and clouds. That's a common problem. It's like these boys are struggling. Are they gonna have to flap? Flapping, hey, Flappy Bird, give it a flap. There he goes. Anyway, birds will teach you a lot how to fly low because they fly low. But you know, pilot health. While I had the old Snagmaster 10,000 in there, I didn't want to put myself in any sort of situation where I get tangled up in a reserve toss, and so I didn't fly big thermal air for most of the summer. And I did for several days before the incident. In fact, the incident happened when I injured it during a thermal instruction clinic that I was putting on. We were just doing some motor flying in the evening to cool off because we've been free flying all day. Got shut down by thunderstorm. But to kind of incorporate it into a pilot setting and general overall health, you got to make decisions based on your health, like good decisions. If you're gonna fly midday or in raunchy conditions, you're gonna have to be focused, sharp, rested, sober. These things are important. If you've just gone through sort of a terrible loss or a funeral or a divorce, savings account got deleted, I don't know, just pick your poison mentally. Just the mental aspect of pilot health is important. If you're not on your game and focus, it may not be the night to fly or the day to fly. If it's just calm conditions and your skills are high, sometimes you can use paramotor as sort of a medicine to help your overall health. I do it quite often. If I'm just having sort of a bum day, had a tough day at work, conditions are nice, chores are caught up, I may have some stuff on my mind, but I'm not gonna not fly because some stuff's on my mind. Sometimes flying can clear your mind. If it's a flight that requires some serious focus, maybe some intense maneuvering, you're not gonna do an acro run when you're all hungover and feeling like doo-doo and dehydrated. That would be a poor choice. Before you even decide to go, you gotta kind of look inside yourself and figure out if it's the right time and the right conditions and you're in the right sort of health, mentally or physically, to do the type of flight that you're wanting to do. Let me rephrase that. You don't do the flight that you want to do. You do the flight that you're able to do in the conditions that are being offered. Yeah, ask yourself that about the health. Now, on to the finger update. Let's watch the gruesome stuff. Turn away now if you're not into dirty jokes and medical stuff. Enjoy the video. Got that. Parole board meeting this morning. Went well. I'm out on parole now. It's lightweight now.
Yeah, it's threads on it.
I thought they were threads.
It helps them anchor in the bone.
That feels so weird.
Yeah, that's the exact word everybody uses. Nobody says ow.
You're supposed to say that's what she said.
That's a different joke.
So sorry. So sorry. I don't make jokes, I say inappropriate things.
One, the other, or both.
Yeah, old Sawbones straight up busted me on that. Both is the answer. This is day one. This is what it looked like initially. After 2 weeks, I went back and they took the bandage off, and this is what we're looking at here. This was the first time I saw it since the initial injury. I had the hardware installed. I kind of got to see what it looked like. It was still quite a bit sore here. Piece coming out of the end, 4 spikes going into the side, and this is what the top of it looks like. And it was kind of the wound section and the bone section. The wound was healing really well. Looked good. Got a little scab on it still. 3 weeks post-injury, the flesh was actually healed. It was completely sealed off, minus the pin track sites there. I've got more or less open wounds there where the spikes are going in. I kept those really clean, covered when I did dusty work. But overall, it looked good. The biggest problem that was going on was the bone healing. And you can see where it poked through. I got a corn pad on the other side of the finger there. The next set of x-rays were at 6 weeks, and you can see the bone's still pretty busted up in there, several pieces. That's when I got the bad news that 4 more weeks in prison. So that's what Pinkie prison looks like right there. And the worst part about my particular sentence in Pinkie prison is you see where the little nub is busting out on the other side? Well, as the swelling went down, that particular spike came all the way through and actually exited the other side of my finger. And this is the last x-ray they did. This was just before they pulled the pins out. You can see there's some faint bone growth, little spider webbing of bones coming together. Still not great, but overall we got some fusion. I'd wrenched on it pretty hard and the pins moved 3 days before this x-ray, and the doctor's like, yep, let's take them out. I just got a Band-Aid. That's all I got left. But I'm out. I'm slicked up again. I could put on a glove. Now, whether the finger works good or not, we still growing some bone. But there was enough there, he took the pins out. Oh, good stuff. Good news. Happy. I'm happy for me. Yet at the same time, I'm still mad at me. This must be how my wife feels. Guilty. Saying things like that gonna get my ass in trouble. Ooh. But yeah, man, I'm just I'm a little happier today than I was yesterday, day before. So I don't know that I've recorded the backstory on the finger yet. Let's talk about that real quick. So about a week ago, I was 2.5 months in with this thing, and the spike that was trying to poke out the other side, well, it finally broke through the skin, and it was such a relief physically because I've been in some pretty sensitive pain right there on that finger. Like anytime I bump underneath that spike, it was just under the skin. Man, it was excruciating. And when it finally poked through and the sharp part came out, my body just sighed a sigh of relief. But that also introduced the possibility of an infection, a bacteria setting up on that pin. Then when you pull it back out, it drags bacteria through the bone, and then you could get some bone problems. You know, a little trail of bacteria in the bone cause some osteomyelitis. If your bone's dead, blood can't get in it to kill the infection. So that's a problem. I got it snagged in a paraglider line 3 days ago, helping a student, and it snatched that hardware out 1/4 inch. It moved, and when I told the doctor it moved, he's like, well, if it moved and it's still together, it's probably okay to take it off. Although it did feel tight, he did have to unscrew 3 of them. One of them was loose, but it wasn't the one that had moved out of the way of my finger. But that's the story. That's where I'm at with it. We're gonna let it heal a little bit, and I'm gonna try to ease my way back into full use. I ain't no hurry to do any left-handed hammering or anything kind of shit like that. Don't look for any forging videos coming out soon. I'm just so happy to be able to slip it maybe in and out of toggles and around straps, but the finger's sore. Like there's still some flesh injuries there that need to heal. Imagine I just pulled 4 nails out of my pinky finger. That's what it feels like right now, kind of throbbing and sore. But it'll heal up. It'll take a few days, a week, something like that, and then I can start flexing it. You know, let it heal first, then you got to rehab it. I think overall the pinky's going to end up being, you know, somewhat useful. That's the kind of sort of do that. I'll show you the exercises later. I'm gonna put this thing down here and head on meet the students. We got classroom today. It's hot and it's steel and it's just high pressure thermally stuff. Nothing good for field work at the moment. We're gonna do some forwards this evening when it gets calm and cooler. Do some work in the shade. That's gonna be fun. But for now, we're gonna knock out some classroom work. Maybe one day I'll film that too. But for now, I gotta go to work. Much love, y'all. Kyle out. Hey, there's Uncle Don's house. Spent a lot of time in those yards and houses and barns. Those barns ain't even there anymore. My first job was in that barn location where he had his mason materials. He was a mason, Uncle Don. First job I ever got like paid for by somebody that wasn't my mom or daddy was hauling bricks and mixing mortar for Uncle Don. He's a mason, real artist with that stuff, but pushing wheelbarrows, throwing bricks, shoveling. It was hard, hot work here in the summer, but I enjoyed it. Aunt Pam made us lunch every day. He had cold water to drink. Yeah, good stuff. First job for Kylo. Did that for a couple months. Then I went on to cooler jobs after that.